This message is for the mamas and the babas. Keep your children with you. Stop sending your children off to places. Okay? Camps. Overnight sleepovers and sports events, and you're nowhere to be seen. Okay? Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. We need to be the first line of protection for our children. Nobody or nothing else. Us. It is time for accountability and responsibility of our children. They're your responsibility. You are accountable for them. You are accountable for protecting them. You are accountable for maintaining their health. You are accountable for teaching them. Very big responsibility, yes it is. We have been outsourcing for everything, okay? Making it other people's and other entities responsible for our responsibility. And then wondering why they come out crazy or getting hurt, violated. You name it. So now that the Department of Education has been dismantled, which, yeah, some of you have been told, start homeschooling your babies. Take them out to public schools, okay? Take them out to schools. It's unsafe. But it went in one ear and out the other because you're stuck in a cycle. Or you're stuck in a loop. Okay, you don't know what else there is. But have you even tried to see what else there is? Nope, you ain't even. See, that's what I'm talking about. It's time for us to be responsible and accountable. Okay? We got to get up off our lazy motherfucking asses, okay, and put the work in. Yes. I know this system has taught people to be lazy as fuck and sit on your ass and allow somebody else to do. No. We've been consumers instead of producers for way too damn long. And look where it has gotten us. Demise in all areas. So, yeah, I know, yes, the system taught you, oh, you gotta go to work. You gotta send your children to school. Well, if you can't send your children to school, then you can't go to work. If you can't go to work, you can't pay your bills. If you can't pay your bills, it's a fucking toxic ass destructive loop. Each and every one of us have a gift and a talent that we are responsible for. We were gifted, and it is our responsibility and accountability to take that thing, give thanks for that thing, nourish that thing, and put that thing to work out here. Work on that. Because what we supposed to be doing as a community, see, they done fucked up all our communities, our families, our households. Okay? Yeah. Witchcraft over the families, over the homes. That's what you see here. That's why everybody is fucking, you know, all this chaos going on in the homes. Everybody is separate. Divide and conquer was their number one tactic that they always employed. And people kept missing that. They kept, you know, they had these illusions, these you know, they didn't want to see the truth of the matter. They didn't want to see the true enemies. So they turned on the people that were close to them. Okay, because a lot of you families had at least one beacon in your family that you outcast. Treated as the black sheep. And that was the one. Surprise, surprise. A lot of you knew it. Some of you didn't. Okay. Because you were in this cycle, the spirit of envy, the spirit of jealousy, the spirit of hate, the spirit of destruction, the spirit of chaos. I don't have any children that are school age anymore. My children are adults. But when they were in school, I've went through my challenges with my children, with the school system. Okay? And I know it ain't for everybody. Some people just ain't cut from that cloth of, you know, resilience and standing up 10 toes down for what's right, speaking up, speaking out. Fear gets to them. Oh, you know, I don't want to be, you know, I don't want them to. Hey, like I say, I get it. It's not for everybody. Okay, you have those ones though. You have those ones out here. Okay. That are the trailblazers. So I remember, you know, homeschooling my children at one time. You know what I'm saying? One teacher was misgrading my child. And this was a so-called black female that apparently had male issues. And she repeatedly, you know, and then I caught her misgrading my child's papers a couple times. So, you know, I talked to her, had a couple of conferences with her, you know. And that didn't go nowhere, so I had to go to the principal. Had a lot of round tables with them, and that ended up not going nowhere. And he told me in my face, oh, well, you know, basically told me what my options were. And the option that he had, well, what he said was, I don't have no options. I didn't have any options because the head count had already, you know, passed, and nobody is accepting at that point would be accepting, any new students. So by that time, this probably would have been the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th round table. I look at the Negro. Oh, okay. So I drafted up a letter, a notice, and I sent that shit to the school and told them I was homeschooling my child. I'm taking them out and I'm homeschooling them. I gave them whatever law to support that, so they can know I know what the fuck I'm talking about, and I know that you can't do shit about it. And that's what I did. Okay? Had another incident where this was early high school with one of my children. And we were in a predominantly, at the time, they were going to school at a predominantly, pale skin neighborhood, city, okay, and school. And this one teacher kept giving them an F, and I'm like, what the hell? So but she giving him Fs, but she didn't reach out to me, didn't try to have a conference with me, didn't try to, see if there's anything that can be, nothing. Didn't offer him no tutoring, didn't offer nothing. Until I reached out to her. She didn't respond to my email. Huh? Wait a minute, hold on. What the fuck is going on here? This woman has lost her mind. So now I had to go to the dean of the school. Okay? And I think I emailed this teacher about 1, 2, or 3 times. She never responded to my emails. I told that dean, listen, here, my child would not step foot in that classroom. Any classroom, she teaching. Okay? So, he needs to be put in another class. And they tell me, well, all our classes are full. Oh, well, you better figure something out, because he is not going back to that class. He's not stepping foot. I'm going to need you to understand me very clear in that class ever again. Apparently, it's apparent that something is wrong here, that she has some type of problem with my child, with children like this. Okay? And that's not acceptable for me as a mother. So they gonna go on into the computer lab when it comes time for this class, until y'all find him another class. So I went on into the Department of Education's manual, and I found a resolution that I took to them. Okay, so we had another meeting, and I told her I think I maybe came up with 2 or 3 options. One was distance learning, okay, which they were obligated to, offer. And I knew that because I got it straight out of the Department of Education manual. And to make a long story short, that's what ended up happening. And in the midst of that, my son loved it. Okay, he learned about baseball, and he ended up liking the sports baseball. Okay. And we would be able to do things together at home, with his assignments, because it was like kind of interactive. It was, he had to do things at home. So that was, he loved it. And that's what I'm talking about. Okay, so he ended up passing that with flying colors. Okay. All that. Okay, I can go on and on, but I'm not. But you know what? You could use this last example. All right. had one child that went to the school. Two children actually that went to the school. But after one graduated, one continued to go to this particular school. And this school was nothing but a motherfucking cult. Okay? They were siphoning the energy from the children. Because they took the principal, which was a husband and a wife duo, their children, okay, went to the school as well. And they took a group of children, including their child, and they kept them together. So every grade, this specific group was always in the same classrooms, all the way from kindergarten for preschool all the way up to 12th grade. Some people, some students left. My child left, I think, in the 10th grade. Okay? Now, when children wanted to leave, they did things to block them. Okay? Block them from leaving, to keep them from leaving. Out of this group, the group that they, was so, in all over, including my child. Okay. So, they even gave special favors to some parents to bribe them into staying at the school. Okay. When you look at these families from these groups, and I'm just talking about the group right now, I'm sure there's outside families that have experienced this as well, but most definitely the students and families within the circle that they, held so dear. Now, some of the students are experiencing mental challenges. And the households are having problems. And specifically, the children have betrayed their parents. So, however, it's time, this is the era of time right now for us to be responsible and accountable for our own children, okay, for our own family, okay, and we're supposed to do that with community, love, protection, building together, okay, sharing together, bartering services together, using our gifts that was given to us. Okay? That we don't need a degree or a piece of paper to say we eligible to do. Right? Right. And this is where we're at. So we're talking about community. We're talking about legacy building. We're talking about reestablishing order, balance, reciprocity. Okay? Seek ma'at in everything. So these people out here that are hung over this corrupt system, then they're going to basically just perish with the corrupt system. That's what that is. Okay. Because we're protecting our babies. And we're not allowing little sick fucks to come in and disrupt our balance. Okay? And harm our children. As I say that. Yeah, we're not allowing that. Oh, it was 2022. Okay. We're not allowing it. Okay? That's what, 6 Venusian energy, mother energy. Yeah, mama bear energy will devour your ass. Okay? Mama bear, and then Papa bear come follow behind that. And then the community will come and follow behind that. That's what we need to be at. We have to protect the children by any means necessary. Okay. Now we have some children that are adults and they went astray to do their own damn thing. Okay, let them go. Okay. If they don't want to, you know what I'm saying? They want to, follow behind the corrupt system, then let their ass go. Okay? Because in this frequency, people are either going to transcend or fall away. Okay? Once they become an adult, it's nothing really you can do. You done did all that you could do. Okay? You done did all that you did growing up. You did your part. If they don't appreciate that shit, then that's their goddamn problem. Alright? They have to choose their own pathway. They have to, choose their own will. They have to learn on their own if they want to learn the hard way. As I say that. 8, that's Saturn. Okay. Go ahead, let them. Right? And, just hope they survive it. But however, it's not going to be, this new cycle is not going to be for everybody. And everybody is not going to make it. But I advise you to love your children, mothers and fathers, mamas and babas. Children, love your mamas and babas. If you have very noble, devoted mamas and babas, you know whether you do or not. Okay? Mothers, stop betraying your damn children. Fathers, stop betraying your damn children. Stop betraying these mothers. Stop betraying these fathers. Children, stop betraying your damn mothers. Stop betraying your damn fathers. Get y'all act together. All this buffoonery going on, just ridiculousness, because of a goddamn generational curse. Spirits all up in your asses. You want power. You scared. Too scared to stand up and speak up for your own damn self, let alone your family. So you gave in to a motherfucking devil. And we ain't talking about no big beastly grizzly animal walking around here. We talking about an enemy or enemies. You gave in to your lower nature, them lower spirits. Okay? Because that's all you battling. You projected that outward into other people's, to other people, but really you battling you. Something is holding you back from evolving, from transcending. That's what that is. I'm going to pull a couple cards. Yes, radical change is here. what do you want the people to know about this energy, spirit guides? Of protecting our children, our families, in this new era that we're in. So what came out was Queen Nandi. She has her son sitting here in her lap. Her son is a king warrior, Shaka Zulu. Okay, this is what the high priestess. Yeah, symbol of the high priestess. Okay, very intuitive. Okay, knew that her son, the Temple of Queens. Okay, knew her son was destined to be great before he was even born. Okay, so this that mama bear energy. Okay, I am knowing is her declaration. And that's what we need to get back to. We need to get back to our intuitive senses. Okay. And stop being out here just loosey-goosey and acting like flunky monkeys and think that everything is seen and everything is tangible. We need to get back to our intuitive senses. Okay. And intuitively, instinctively, we knew how to protect our families. We knew how to protect our children. Right here at the bottom of the deck is Marie Laveau. Okay. She is good juju. Okay. This is ancestral energy. Okay. Number 7. Okay. The root. Okay. Vibrates the red for the root chakras. Okay. Yeah. And behind that is Nana Bulagu. Seasons. This is grandmother. This is the grandmother of all the Orishas right here. Okay. This is the mother of Mawu and Lisa. The moon and the sun. Divine masculine, divine feminine energy. She was an herbalist. Marie Laveau was a voodooing. Okay, this is about an ancestral inheritance, inheriting. Okay, the gifts and the talents from your ancestors. Okay, getting back rooted, getting back to the origin, getting back to mother. On the top of the deck is Surrender, a set, which is Isis. Okay, wholeness, restoration, the mother of Horus. This is the great mother energy. Okay, leveling up, Queen Ya Asatewa. Okay, the golden crone cry. Also in the Temple of Queens, life force energy. She was a mother, a farmer, and the warrior queen who led the war of the Golden Stool. The Golden Stool is a throne of the Ashanti Empire, and it holds the Regent's Kra, life force energy. Okay. Her declaration is, divine timing is on my side. Raise your standards. Leap forward for one. Let me read that again. Raise your standards. Leap forward for one. A leap forward for one is a leap forward for the tribe. Your choices can raise the frequency of your community and the planet, and that's what we need to be at, mothers, especially, okay? Because we're the mother of civilization. We birth nations. So this is the frequency. We have to raise our standards and stop being out here acting like just wild mangies. Want to be in control, want to be out of control, want to be the biggest, baddest, hot thing out here, okay? And putting our children in harm's way because of it. So desperate to be with a man, okay? We gotta get out of that. We gotta get that under control. Go through a radical reform. Connect back to spirit with our intuition. Connect with our ancestors, okay? And tap into them gifts, our ancestral inheritance. A Set is in a temple of the high priestesses, goddess of spiritual surrender. Her declaration is everything I need to know finds me at the perfect time. Let it all go. Say aloud now, I surrender. These words cast a spell. Breathe them in. I surrender. I surrender. I surrender. Release control. Stop binding around struggle. Hand the keys to the divine. Allow spirit to carry you and fill in the gaps. You don't have to figure it all out. Goddess has your back. Have faith in where you are at this moment. Release that control. Release all control. Unconditional love and unattachment love. Okay? What does that look like? Loving people from a genuine heart space and allowing them to be who they are. Freely. Okay. It either vibrates with you or it don't. And if it don't, leave it behind. Let it fall away. OEI's behind that. Storms. Make shift happen. I make shift happen. Okay. Solar plexus energy. Okay. This is about having that internal power and using it. In order to do that, you need to connect with the higher source. Okay. The 13 is the death card in Tarot. So that's about going through the death and transformation that's needed. Much needed. 4 is the Emperor. So this control, authority, okay, that you want to have over everything except you. Let that thing come. Let the tower fall. Let it burn. Okay. It's gonna burn anyway. So, because the universe is here to restore balance. Yeah, the devil is at the bottom of the Tarot, and the 3 of Swords following that, the 6 of Cups, and the Lovers. Yeah, about family, about community. Getting back to Ace of Cups. First, that's self-love. Okay. First, that's self-love. Connecting with the lovers, with the divine. Okay. Focus on yourself. You don't need to focus on no mate. You don't need to focus on no man or no woman. That's going to come in divine timing. Okay? You don't need to focus on that union. Focus on a union with yourself. Focus on a union with the divine. A higher source. Okay? Heal with the Six of Cups. Those that the generational curses in that bloodline. Heal your child traumas. Okay? Three of Swords. Yeah. Heal your heart. The devil. Get out of the bondage. Get out of these toxic contracts, the toxic bondages, the toxic relationships. And this is also obsession and control right here. Wanting to control something and somebody outside of yourself. To have some type of power over them. See the Ten of Cups. Yes. Getting back to community. Yes. So justice, Eight of Pentacles, and the world. Yes, it's over. This cycle. You know what I'm saying? You either gonna work hard to get out this cycle, or you gonna stay in the loop. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? But it's about putting in that work. Eight of Pentacles. There is work to do. Yeah, it ain't easy. It's work to do. Okay. This is where you should be putting your energy. The Eight of Pentacles. Your energy. Okay, energy first. The energy, you is the energy. Okay, you is the first currency. Okay, then that material wealth will come. Okay, but you need to go through that cycle of cleansing, destroying everything to heal everything. Okay, and working diligently, and stop allowing things to distract you. Stop being attracted to all of the low vibrational things that is doing nothing but leaving you distracted and away from your true abundance. Okay, this is about detail. Okay, yes, paying attention. Okay, listening. It's not about fear. It's about awareness. Okay, that's how you bring justice. That's how you balance the scales. And then this is also about being, with the Justice card, accountable and responsible. Okay, because you ain't gonna get past without being that way. Okay, without accountability and responsibility. Okay, speaking truth, coming in truth, integrity. Okay, natural law, you can hang it up. Okay, with the world, it's going to be over for you. It's going to be over for you. Okay? This world also was giving me protection. Community. And just recycling. Reciprocity, this is also giving me. Okay? A give and take. For everybody. Because we all come here with something to give and to share collectively. What is it? That's for you to figure the hell out. Okay. The Nine of Cups. Okay. Yes, this is protecting the family unit. Putting the family unit first. And with all these cups behind her, aligned on top of this table. This table is draped. Okay. So to me, this is protection. This is privacy. This is protecting the family. This is most definitely protecting the children. These cups represent the children, protecting them. And setting boundaries, healthy boundaries. I'm looking at this Nine of Cups. Two of Cups, union. Healthy family, Nine of Pentacles, getting back to agriculture. Okay? Getting our hands and feet in soil and growing our own food. That's true wealth. Then I see the Ace of Pentacles. Okay. To me, that's legacy. Being able to pass down. Okay. Being able to have something really of value to pass down to our posterity. Yeah. So, this Nine of Cups also is working, mastering our emotions. Yes. But, trusting our intuition. Being in balancing out the masculine energy and the feminine energy. Okay? Healing those wounds that has to do with the feminine energy. And with the Two of Cups at the bottom here, this is about contracts, sacred contracts, okay? Going back to our word being our bond, okay? This is also about balance. This is also allowing, mastering reciprocity, the giving and receiving exchange, okay? Because with that, everybody has a responsibility, okay? Nobody can renege on their responsibility. The King of Pentacles. This is material wealth, okay? This is also passing the torch and teaching. Okay. This is a level of mastery. With Judgment here, it's raising your vibration. Being able to make wiser decisions, okay? Choices, okay? By just going within, okay? Let's pull some shadow cards. Spirit of doubt. Yes. 888. Spirit of doubt. Okay. I release all fear and doubt about my creativity. Release all fear and doubt around your creativity. My sister sing that song. Yeah, here we go. Slave mentality. Yeah, release that slave mentality. Conflict spells. Yes, understand that it was the spells cast, conjure over the families. Okay, even the family continued this cycle of putting spells on the family. Retarded, right? Yeah, 7-7. This is a cycle, a completion of a cycle, okay? Connecting with divine, okay? This is also balance. This is also, balance. Hoodoo. Maybe that was something, Sadistic narcissist. See, when you was a sadistic narcissist and you have to do remote viewing attacks on people, You from a reptilian group, military group. Okay. This is that devil energy. Okay. That wants to have control over anything and everything outside of themselves. I was going to say something else behind that. What was I going to say? Overindulgence. Yeah, see, this is not having control over your emotions. This is that unhinged energy, being in a sadistic narcissist energy. Overindulgence, that's what that is. When you a sadistic narcissist, you in overindulging of doing all types of things to try to harm somebody else because you want to have control over them, or their existence threaten your corrupt regime. Don't you know that shit gonna crumble anyway? Because anything built on a faulty foundation, what over time happens? Alright. So you look like a damn fool, spending all your time and energy with your sadistic narcissistic ways to harm somebody, especially someone that has a very, specific divine mission here. Okay. These people invest in you. Okay. What does that mean? Invest in you. That's going back to that self-love energy. Okay. You cannot give from an empty cup. Destroy everything to heal everything. Okay. See things for what the fuck they are. Internal parasites. Yes. Okay. Internal is a reflection of the external. Okay. Or the external is a reflection of the internal. Alright? I ain't talking about what people designed for you, traps the people created for you. I'm not talking about that. Okay? We know that is simply external parasites that is manipulating situations to appear to be something that is not. These are illusions. Okay? Be able to decipher the difference. Okay? Trust. Be able to decipher the difference. But investing in you. Okay? Learning why, how, when, and where. Alright? Get into your universe. We all have a whole universe. We're not just our sun sign. Okay? We're not just that. We have a whole universe at our disposal. Learn what that is. Learn the frequency behind it. Okay? Learn the energy behind it. Learn the forces behind it. Learn the spiritual guides behind it. Learn the numerology behind it. Learn you. And then you're going to start to see that you can understand and overstand and be able to heal the things that you need to heal. You need to, be able to now focus, okay? Spirit of homosexuality. Okay, spirit of narcissism. Back to that again. Spirit of gossip. That's a form of witchcraft. A buhag is siphoning your energy. Okay? And this is 888, so just cycles of this. Okay? Take your power back. Okay? Yeah, so this could be the spirit of homosexuality. That could be dealing with the internal parasite. Okay? Not just spiritually, but actually, physically. Then we got jealousy out here. Okay? Yeah, these are spirits. Come on now. These are spirits. These are spirits. Adopt the meiotic principles. Yeah, so that's what we're talking about. Work with herbs. Spirit of sick pedophilia. Okay, yeah. See? Yeah. So, mama issues. Yeah. adapt the Ma'at principles. So seek Ma'at in everything, okay? When it's out of balance, it's out of nature, okay? And that's how we need to start seeing things, using our intuition, okay? If it's out of balance, it's out of nature, really, it is, okay? So it's about balance, okay? Let's see. We got witchcraft, release. Breath of life. Y'all gonna get it one way or the other. Okay. Early stage of pregnancy. Yes. Ooh, sad day in the neighborhood for them. Okay. With this embryo, early stage of pregnancy. Okay. But we should know how to work with herbs. Okay. But see, this starts before the early stage of pregnancy. It starts even before conception. Okay, this is what we have to work on ourselves. Okay. But we need to get back to the beginning of things. We need to get back to the origin of things. That's what I'm feeling this is. Okay. And get back to nature's way of birthing. Get into more. This Mars energy here is giving me the Tower, okay? So destroying everything to rebuild everything. But then I see polarity here, okay? The idea that everything has poles is dual. It has a what? Oh, it has a pair of opposites. Okay. Raise your vibration, the love frequency. Yes, we got to get back to the love frequency. We have to get back to healing our heart chakra. Okay, we have to get back to cellular. We have to focus on cellular healing, deep healing from the cellular. Okay, from the cells. All right, healing and emotional release. Okay, and increase our awareness. And then we have the seventh, the crown. Okay, cosmic consciousness, enlightenment, divine intelligence. That's the intuition energy right there. Okay. Yes. 10 times 10. Yes. Wow. Justice is here again. Okay. So yeah, divine love. This is about balance. Okay, but the 10-10, this is getting back to the basics, releasing everything with the 0. Okay, releasing everything, destroying everything to rebuild everything from the beginning, from the origin with the 1. Okay. Release the mind manipulation. I got mind manipulation out here, okay? We all went through some form of manipulation, okay? Mental manipulation, okay? Internally and external forces. So, the truth is here, okay? The truth about some snakes. The snakes is corporate energy, okay? enmity, hate energy. Okay. Peacekeeper. Okay. A walking tower. So, truth. This is my Adic principles. This is my odd energy here too. Okay. This is what it is. All right. This is what it is. We got the tower energy out here. A walking tower. Choose wisely. Okay. So yeah. Release this enmity energy. Okay. And also the snake energy. Okay, this is telling you to surrender, release the attachments that you have with this corporate, this corrupt corporation. Okay. And get back to the basics, because there's destruction here. Okay. Destruction has to happen to bring back the peace. Okay. And when the peace returns, you need to be the peacekeeper to keep the peace. Okay. And that's about being accountable. Okay. Everybody need to work on themselves. Okay. Work on your flaws. All right. Self-mastery. Self-accountability. Yeah. You do something wrong, you gotta be accountable for it. Point blank and period. Ain't no holding back. Ain't no silence about it. Okay? Because you just creating a tower. Okay? You allowing snakes in the physical. And in the spirit to come in. Okay? And fester up hate, enmity. So, yeah. Relocation to peace. That's what we're moving into. We're moving into peace. And for you ones that want to hold on to this enmity with these snakes, have at it. See how far that gets you, because you ain't got far thus far. So, you know what I'm saying? Have at it, okay? Bye. You can have that, okay? Because those who know, we rocking with the 777. That's what we rocking with, okay? We rocking with this 528 hertz. We rocking with truth. We rocking with the meiotic principles. We rocking with this peacekeeper energy, okay? That's what we rocking with. So, let me get a final message. Final message. Final message. About this here. What do you want us to know? What's your final message? About our rebuilding and our children protection. Yeah. The Chariot here. The Merkaba. Wow. A very powerful card. Simple, but it is a very powerful card. Okay. This is about moving forward. This is about duality. This is about balance. This is about the Chariot is the Holy Grail, and the ancestors protect the Holy Grail. Okay. The Chariot has been through some very tumultuous times and has been very victorious over those challenges. Okay. Yeah. So that's what it is. And at the bottom of the deck is the Hermit. Okay. Yeah, the spiritual investigator. Then the Seven of Pentacles from there. All right. Investing in yourself. The Queen of Pentacles, okay, to become abundant, fertile, Four Wands, bringing back the families. 1111. Okay. 1111 energy. This is victory. This is balance. This is community. This is also union. Okay. Balanced unions. Families. This is reconnecting with the land for long-term stability and security. For generations to come. Ashe.